Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Thursday night webinar. So this is going to be a good topic. I hear a lot of agents sometimes talk about how clients are wasting their time. And so I decided to make this video and called it, listen, tricks are for kids. Let's stop letting clients waste our time. And so this is actually not going to be a long webinar at all. I just really want to give you guys some good tips and tricks. So let's see. Let's do this. Just close that. All right, so let's do this. All right. All right, so steps to reduce time wasters. All right, so number one, always qualify your clients. And, I know some of you guys may have heard of this before, some of you guys may not have, but you always want to qualify your clients. And so I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Listen, everybody is not your client, and it's okay for a client not to be your client. It's okay for you guys not to mesh well. It's totally okay. So you need to be qualifying your clients off the bat. Okay. So let clients fill out their own travel inquiry form. That's the first one. So if they, if they don't have a legit reason not to be able to fill out their travel booking inquiry form, every single agent, that's over here with us, you guys have your travel inquiry links through TravelJoy. And, if you don't, know how to make that, go ahead and watch that TravelJoy course inside of your Travelpreneur Dreams agent portal. But all of the steps are in there. Super, super easy to make. It literally takes 5 minutes and you'll have a whole travel booking inquiry for your travel business. And so let clients qualify themselves. If they say, oh, I don't have time to do it, then listen, they don't have time for your travel services. So if there's nothing legitimately wrong with them, nothing wrong with their fingers, they're not elderly or anything like that, then they should be filling out their own travel inquiry form because it shows you that they want to do this. Okay. And so the travel inquiry form, it's questions. They're going to have to sit and get the questions answered. They're going to have to tell you their full names, date of births, how to reach them, just like a bunch of different questions that we all need to begin any type of travel proposal. Okay. So always let them fill out their own travel inquiry form because that should be the first red flag. Somebody tells you, oh, well, I don't got time to fill out that or yada, yada, yada. Listen, they go on the booking engines and they fill out this stuff all the time. So lies all the way if they don't have time. They say they don't have time. People make time for what they want to make time for. So never fill out a client's travel inquiry form for them. If you get a text message, hey, I want you to plan a trip for me. Okay, that's fine. Send them your travel inquiry form. I don't take any bookings, any type of request or anything over the phone. No. If they do text message me, I say, oh, thanks so much for thinking about us. Here's our travel booking inquiry link. Go ahead and fill out it there. And so for my travel booking inquiry link, they fill it out. And then so here's the next thing. I say set up a discovery call. My personal travel booking inquiry, whenever a client puts in a travel booking inquiry form for me, it auto redirects to my scheduler. Okay. And so my scheduler is through Calendly. And so Calendly, I'm going to click here. So it says set up a discovery call. So let me show you guys this. So Calendly, it's 100% free if you're only using one event. And so that one event, it could be called discovery call, travel discovery call, or you can call it whatever you want, but it's free, okay? Connect one calendar, one active event. So that one active event can be your travel consult, whatever you want to call it. But I say schedule a discovery call. And so what you're going to do during this discovery call is you're going to go over all of those questions with your client that was in the travel booking inquiry form, all of them in details. Is this how you spell, first, of course, ask all the questions, that are there in the beginning, what are the dates of travel? Even though they put them there, you kind of want to re-verify the dates in travel and, verify all of the other things that are there on the form. So let me make this a little bit bigger. Let's see, move this out of the way. All right. All right. Yeah, you want to re-verify every single thing that's on that form. So, the date of births, because people make mistakes when they put stuff in there. So, you want to go over their date of births. You want to go over, literally everything on there. And I'll tell you what I do whenever I do a discovery call. So, I go over all of the questions, and then, I do a day by day, so day one, of course, the client's going to be, arriving. Miss Jones, what do you want to do on day one? Okay, you're going to arrive. Of course, you're going to check in the hotel, so I literally list all of this stuff so that when I'm searching for pricing and things for clients, I'm not forgetting anything. So day one, arrive, check in hotel. Okay. Day two, Miss Jones, do you want to do anything on day two? You guys want to do any tours or anything? Yeah, we want to do a tour. Okay, what kind of tour do you want to do, Miss Jones? Then we put that there, on day two. And so you do the same thing for day three, day four, all of the different days. Okay. So that brings us over here to this next step. Okay, it says ask the right questions. Okay, so you have to remember that you're not an order taker. Okay, if they wanted an order taker, they could go straight there to all of the other big name booking engines. You are not an order taker, honey. No, so just remember that you're not an order taker. And so you want to also make sure that you're building a rapport with the client. So during that discovery call, not only are you asking the questions that are there on the travel booking inquiry form, but you also want to make sure that you're asking, clients questions like, well, tell us about, who's going to be on the trip with you? What kind of experience do you want to create? Because that's what you do as a travel agent. You create experiences. So what kind of experience do you want to create? Do you want to have a spa day? Do you want, what do you want to do when it comes to the trip? So build a rapport. Listen, clients will tell you exactly. They will tell you exactly what they want and exactly how they want it. And so, for the most part, we can build almost anything. Okay. It may take a few days for us to build it out, but we can build almost anything. So let's see. Everybody, can you guys make sure that you are on mute, please? All right, so build a rapport. So don't be an order taker. Order takers are basically, they get the travel proposal, travel inquiry, travel booking inquiry, and then they just start doing the proposal, without really asking the client any questions or anything. Don't do that. You're probably going to be wasting some of your time. So I will always connect with the client. So do that discovery call. You can't do a discovery call, I guess kind of re-verify things with them before you start. I don't know, maybe email them just to get all of your questions answered for that client. And so, like I said before, do a discovery call, and I would say do it through your Calendly. Calendly is 100% free. And for me personally, if it's not on my calendar, listen, it don't exist. I put everything on my calendar, every single thing. So maybe start implementing a calendar into your life. And so for those that have just came on over here, I was telling them about qualifying the client after they get the travel booking inquiry to go ahead and set up a discovery call. And so that discovery call can be made via Calendly. Calendly has a free version of it, but you only can have one event. And so that one event can be a travel booking discovery call or travel consult, whatever you want to call it, but you want to at least try to talk to the client. If you can't talk to the client, maybe email them to make sure you have all of the information. But if a client won't make 30 minutes to talk to you, there's not that much busy in the world. There's honestly not. So I don't know. I've never had a client not want to. They don't have a choice. Actually, when they put in my travel booking inquiry, it automatically goes to my calendar. And on there, it says, if you don't put in an appointment on my calendar, then, I won't know that your, travel booking inquiry exists, something along those lines, but nicely, so, all right. So I would say ask the correct follow-up question. Okay. So as you're asking all of these questions that are on your travel booking inquiry form, don't be afraid to ask these hard questions. And some agents may find it hard to ask, but listen, when you get tired of people wasting your time, trust me, you will start asking the hard questions. So question number one, what's the per person budget or the overall budget for the trip? Okay. And so listen, don't let nobody tell you that they do not have a budget, because listen, everybody got a budget. And so let me give you a few tricks to overcome when someone says, that just happened today. Somebody's like, oh, I don't have a budget. Well, listen, we're going to have to start with the budget, Miss Jones. Can you give me a range, of, where you feel comfortable, as far as purchasing your vacation. And so if they keep pushing, saying that, you know, they don't have a budget, then you offer up a budget. Okay, so shall we start at 10,000? You know, and so a lot of clients will, you know, that's too high for some clients, and so they'll start spitting out a budget real fast. Okay, so don't let somebody say they don't have a budget, because listen, I promise you, everyone has a budget. Even the people who are uber rich, they have a budget. Okay, so if they don't have they say they don't have a budget, or, you know, just you go ahead and then throw out a budget for them. Okay. All right. So another question that is super hard for travel agents to ask is, when will you be deposit ready? Listen, this question is going to save you so much time. When will you be deposit ready, Miss Jones? And so this is how you ask it. So Miss Jones, if I find you every single thing that, you know, we have discussed, and so remember, you stayed on the phone for maybe about 15, 20 minutes with the client. And so you did a whole day by day. Day one, arrival. Day two, whatever the client wants. You know, does the client want to, you know, purchase transportation for day one arrival? Does the client want to purchase tours for day two? You know, what are you doing on day three? What do you want to do on day three, Miss Jones? On day four, Miss Jones, do you want to do a spa day? Like, what, you know, this is a trip for you. Do you want to do anything special for you while you're on this trip? You know, so, you know, you have everything, you know, that you need. So, one of the last questions should always be, okay, Miss Jones, if we find every single thing that you want, you know, on all of the days, when will you be ready to make your deposit? And so if somebody say, well, I won't be ready until next month, then this is what you say. Well, Ms. Jones, you know, it really won't do any good right now to go ahead and start doing any research, because prices are always going to change. It doesn't make any sense for me to do anything right now, do any research right now, and then prices are going to change, you know, by the time you're ready to make your deposit. So I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and reschedule you on my calendar. So all you have to do is go back into your Calendly, press reschedule that same client for that date and time that they said that they'll be ready to make their deposit. Okay. And so listen, I don't start any, you know, travel proposals or anything if the client is not deposit ready, because they're telling you right then and there, they're not ready. You know, they literally told you, you know, next month. So you're going to find pricing for them, and then next month is going to come, and then guess what? You got to do this all over again. Okay. So don't do it to yourself. So just simply reschedule the client. And, you know, the client may persist, you know, oh, I just want to get pricing right now. Well, Ms. Jones, listen, I'll be more than happy to get you some pricing, you know, in January when you're a deposit ready. I just want to make sure that I send you over all the correct information, you know, as prices are always subject to change. So, you know, you just kind of, you know, finesse it, you know, say whatever you got to say. You know how to talk to your people. Everybody's clients are different, and everybody's clients have handled situations, you know, conversations differently. So you know exactly what to say to your clients. But just don't be afraid to have these hard questions and ask these hard questions to your clients. Like, please don't. So what's your per person deposit or your overall budget? No budget is not a such thing. Don't listen. For the uber rich, yeah, it may be that, you know, and you'll know if you got an uber rich client, but still, even then, I'd be like, okay, Mr. Jones, you want to start at 300,000? Like, where we going? You know, they will tell you. I promise you, they will tell you. Okay. And then so over here, the last one is under promise and over deliver. So if you know that you are busy and it's going to take you a while to do the travel proposal, and so I always say 2 to 3 business days for my clients, because, you know I may be done, you know, in less than that time. So if you're a new travel agent, it may take a little bit longer than that. So be honest with your clients and say, okay, Ms. Jones, you know, if you know it's going to take you 2 days because you got to work, you do 12-hour shifts at the hospital or wherever, you know, you lead a busy life and you don't have a lot of time, then say, okay, Ms. Jones' trip is not until later on this year. You know, prices fluctuate, but, you know, not that bad, you know. So just, you know, say, okay, you know, always, like I said, I always ask the question, you know, if we find you everything that you need, when will you be deposit ready? When will you guys be ready to pay your deposits? And so when you're doing this, you already kind of sort of know who you might use as far as a travel supplier. So you can even throw out, you know, deposits can range from like $200 to $400, you know, per person. Like, you know, I'll try to keep it around that if I can. Okay. So under promise, over deliver. Say, you know, okay, that's all I really have. It usually takes about, you know, 2 to 3 business days, you know, for us to get a proposal together. And if I can, I will definitely get it to you sooner. So, you know, you'll learn to, you'll figure out what to say to your clients. All right. So always ask the correct follow-up questions. Come on. All right. Always be honest and realistic with your clients. If you have a client that has a small budget, I say suggest a different place. You know, when they do their travel booking inquiry forms, they put random numbers in there. And to be honest, if I ever have any, I've had it. You know, I've had a client want to go clear across the world and they put $100. Listen, before I even look at their discovery call or have a phone consult with them, I'm gonna shoot them a text message real fast. Hey, Ms. Jones, you know, I was overlooking your travel proposal and travel booking inquiry, and I noticed that you put $100 per person budget, and you guys are trying to go to, I don't know, trying to go to Dubai. Prices for Dubai usually range around, starting out, I would say flight to maybe about $800-900, and depending on the hotel and the, you know, the different stars or the different levels of the hotel, hotels could be maybe about $2,000 or something like that. You know, would you like to try looking at a different place, or would you like to, you know, think about a different budget? Listen, say whatever you gotta say. Say whatever you gotta say, but listen, don't let these people waste your time. Don't let them waste your time, okay? So, you know, for the most part, they already got a more realistic budget in mind, but they try to play. They really try to play. So before I even waste my time on a discovery call or a travel inquiry consult, if somebody put $1 or something like that, listen, we're about to get that out of the way real fast. And so, you know, they're like, oh yeah, you know, I just put that on. Okay, so, you know, go ahead and think about, you know, a budget, and, you know, I'll see you on our travel consult phone call. Okay. So if you ever have a client that says or acts like they're price shopping, listen, charge these people a fee. Okay. And so I don't charge many research fees, but if I feel like a client trying to finesse me, or if I feel like they're trying to price shop, or, you know, they're like, well, you know, depending on the price, and, you know, if I could find it cheaper over here, or if I could find it better over there, listen, that's a fee. That's automatically a fee. Those are the right words for a fee. And like I said, I don't really charge, you know, a lot of different fees, but I do feel like for newer agents, you know, maybe you guys shouldn't be charging research fees until you know exactly what to do, because you got to put in the muscle. Once you learn how to build a travel inquiry, a travel proposal, you know, really, really good. You got your feet wet. You done did a few, you know, booked a few trips. Listen, it's okay to charge research fees. You know, we're a host, you know, and we welcome our agents to charge research fees. Some host agencies don't, but listen, I know time is money. I know time is definitely money. So, hey, go to PayPal, get your PayPal account, and then, you know, charge a fee, you know, to over there. But as a host, I will say up front, a research fee should be absolutely the only thing that you should be charging a client for you know, towards your account. Like anything outside of a research fee, anything, any money, any cancellation fees, penalties, all of that, no, all of that goes to the travel supplier. As a travel agent with the host agency, the only thing that you can charge is charge a client for yourself is a research fee. Okay. So if they are, like I said, if they act like they're price shopping, charge these people a fee. Listen, charge them real fast. And, you know, sometimes they'll pay it. Sometimes they'll pay it. And if you're going to charge a research fee, you know, there's many different ways to do it. Some agents say, you know, they'll charge a research fee, and then, you know, if they don't book within 30 days, then, you know, it's not refundable, you know, or, you know, if they charge the fee, they can maybe do they can redo it for them. They can like make modifications and stuff to them. They have like 1 or 2 modifications. So you figure out, you know, what you want to do as far as research fees. And, you know, I say starting off $25 to $50. Listen, I know some agents that's really out there doing it in the industry, and listen, they charging big bucks, and it's okay, you know, as long as they are, you know, they have their trips are those type of quality, and their services have you know, have good quality. So listen, don't be afraid to charge fees, but, you know, a fee definitely does run away people that that don't have good intentions for you and for your travel business. But, you know, that's totally up to you whether you want to charge a fee or not. Okay. So if a client sounds wishy-washy, listen, charge them a fee. Charge them a fee. If they don't know, you going through the whole travel inquiry and they talking about, I don't know. Listen, charge a fee. Somebody better waste your time. That's what it sounds like to me. So if they're going to waste your time, might as well get paid for it. Okay. So let's keep on going. All right. So now it is time for the proposal. So you got through all of the proposal, you asked all of the right questions. The client said that they'll be deposit ready by the time you got done with the proposal. And so I always say, try to give your clients at least 2 different options, okay? At least 2. All right. So you can even give them 3. I say low, middle, and high. If they said that their budget is 5,000, hey, if you can find something for 4,500, give that to them. If you can find another one that's right at their budget, 5,000, give that to them. And then if you can find a higher brand with higher, luxury amenities for, let's say, 6,000, listen, give it to them. One thing I've always learned is to not count my clients' pockets, because yeah, don't count your clients' pockets. They may not look like money, but if they tell you they got a $5,000 budget, listen, go for it. And once you put the pictures up there on the proposal, they may really look at all of the hotels and it's like, you know what, I'd rather spend the extra $500 and go ahead and book the higher cost trip. Okay. So I always say, have at least 2 options for your clients, right? So the next one is give booking instructions within the proposal instructions. So if you guys are using your TravelJoy accounts correctly, whenever you go to proposal, there's like a proposal confirmation page, okay? And so it tells them, you can put in there, what the client should do. So Ms. Jones, you can put for the client, whenever you are ready to purchase this tour, go ahead and hit the approve proposal button, because all proposals within TravelJoy, they have a approve proposal button. So if you're sending your clients 2 to 3 options, you may not know exactly which one that your client wants to purchase. But if they go ahead and hit the approve button, then you automatically know which one that they want to purchase. And so once they hit that approve button, you already know to go ahead and turn that proposal into an invoice. Okay. So that's a whole nother lesson, turn it into an invoice, but it's not hard. Okay. All right. So the next one is, it says follow up at least 3 times before moving on. So people are busy. They may get the proposal, they may meant to look at it, and the kids come running in the room, and then the next day they got to go to work or something. So I say, follow up 24 hours later, after you have sent the proposal. Okay. And then so if they don't follow up and you can't see in your TravelJoy account that they actually opened it, so if you can't see that they actually opened it, and then they legitly, haven't opened it, but if you have seen where they actually opened it and didn't say anything, then that's a little bit different. So inside of your TravelJoy account, if you can see that they have not opened it, go ahead and forward it to them again. Or if you have their text message number, hey, Ms. Jones, here's the links to your travel proposals. I noticed that you didn't get a chance to open it via email. And so I don't be badgering my travel clients. Listen, I don't do that. When they're ready to book, they'll book. And if not, listen, maybe I'll charge you a fee next time for wasting my time. So, it's up to you. But I say at least follow up with the client 3 times. So, the first time, go ahead and just follow up. Then let's say maybe 24 hours. And then the next time, just a couple of days later, just checking in. And then, the third time, just say something nicely and, tell them that the price has expired, and, whenever they're ready, just let you know. So let's see. And so over here, let's keep going. All right. All right. So I always say work smarter, not harder. Okay. So listen, that client ghosted you previously. You saw that they actually saw their proposal and they didn't say anything to you. They didn't say, well, can we switch the hotel? Can we make the budget lower? But remember, they already agreed on that budget. If they ghosted you, listen, charge them a fee. If they ever come back, charge them a fee. Right. So let's say you got their reappearing client. So they actually saw the proposal and, they were just asking you questions, different questions about it. And then, they went ghost. They didn't say anything for, a few months or a few weeks. And then, all of a sudden the flight prices and stuff are going up. Now they want to purchase. Listen, they might be price checking again. Charge them a fee. Okay. Charge them a fee. Please do. Okay. And so you also have to remember that your prices are your prices. Just because it's high to them, that don't mean it's high to everybody else. I always tell my agents, listen, you guys, make sure you check in 3 different places. There are so many different travel suppliers out there. Check at least 3 different places to see who has the best price for your client, as well as who has the best commission for you, the agent. So never, choose a vacation package just because that price is right for your client. No, this is a business. It needs to be right for the client, as well as the commissions are correct. Like, don't just choose a package just because you want to get the client, to book. If a client is, badgering you about $5 to $10, listen, that's not your ideal client, okay? Because let me tell you something. Clients, they got money. Clients, they got the big money. They about to they're paying that invoice. They're paying that $15,000, $20,000 invoice, and they're not even questioning you on it. They already know your prices are your prices. They're not about to go back and forth with you about, the prices. And, if they think that they can find better, listen, let them go. It's okay to bless and release clients. I promise you it is. So everybody is not your client, and it's okay. It is totally okay. So like I said, this was not going to be long at all. So you guys can come off of mute. Do you guys have any questions about not letting these clients waste your time? Nobody got any questions?
So not really, sorry, this is Precious. Hey y'all, hey, how y'all doing? Hope y'all all having a good evening. So not really a question, or I don't know what I'm about to ask, but more along the lines of, so I've been playing in Travel Joy, trying to, figure out different ways on building, and it's more of a research thing than it is a building a proposal, kind of just trying to figure out, like on all the different places to go to get these things, right? To get these quotes, if you will.
Okay.
I haven't been able to kind of like find like not an all-inclusive, but kind of like build a package where it can include like adventure stuff, right? So if I want to build a trip to, like, let's just say Ibiza, right? Ibiza thing, do that. But I also want to try to like parasailing, or do like a day trip or something, like another like beach club. Like, where would I find that? Because I'm not finding that like in that, so to speak.
Okay, so for like Ibiza, Europe and stuff, I would say try like just different suppliers. So Vax is not our only supplier. And then within Vax, there's like 17 different travel suppliers. We got Vax, we got American Airlines, we got Delta. Listen, you can literally Google Europe travel agents, and start applying for all of those. Whatever the destination is that you want for your clients, listen, Google it. We are affiliated with Beds Online, listen, everywhere. And so let's say if they wanted to do a day trip somewhere, it's okay. You have Viator, go to Viator and find the tour that your client wants, and then add that into the package. Okay. So, if they want to buy flights and everything with that, just reach out to one of these travel suppliers. Try Skeptra, try, let me see, Classic Vacations isn't working. It's a lot of different sites out there, but I'm going to find some for you, but for it's a lot of them out there. But start with the basics. Look at all of the different ones that's in not Vacation Express. Vacation Express, if you guys don't know, that is for all inclusives. So if you guys are looking for all inclusives, I say check Vacation Express. Their prices seem to be pretty good, and the commission is about 10%, and it may be a 20% commission hotel as well. But wherever you're looking for, just Google Ibiza travel agents, and I promise you that it will come up. Okay. And so, it may be, one of the, go to your Ensemble. Yeah, exactly. Go to your Ensemble, log into Ensemble, and then go to Partner Search. Once you go to Partner Search, type Ibiza. It tells you all of the travel suppliers that offer packages to Ibiza. Pick up the phone or go to their website and start calling them. Okay.
Thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate it.
You're so very welcome, Ms. Precious. Anybody else have any questions?
Yes, I have a question. This is Elisa.
Hey, Miss Elisa.
Hello. I have somebody who needs to book like within the next couple of weeks.
Okay, where are they going?
That's the problem. They were trying to go.
No, they don't know where they're going.
They were trying to go to Costa Rica. The inventory within the next couple of weeks is very, very skim. Like what's out there is, and they want all inclusive. What's out there is pricing out at like $10,000.
Well, listen, that's the client's fault, because they shouldn't have been waiting this long to try to go to Costa Rica. I would say, I don't think Vacation Express goes to Costa Rica, but listen, check the Ryu site. There's a Ryu Costa Rica. We're actually going to be there next month on a group trip. There's a Ryu Costa Rica. What's their budget?
From the things that I sent, because I did send, it's 2 couples. Maybe about 5,000
a piece.
A couple, yeah, for each couple.
Flight? Because I keep getting flight. The flights are like almost, it goes from $900 to $1,300, $1,600 per person per flight.
Yeah.
So I would, maybe try to look and see if you can find an American Airlines or VAX or one of the other providers, flight and hotel for maybe like one of the Ryu properties, or they don't have, I don't think the budget's definitely not big enough for the W. They have another resort that's out there in Costa Rica. Oh, it's not all inclusive. So maybe, they can choose to go to a resort that's not all inclusive and just pay for their food while in Costa Rica. But this may be one of those things where, they're going to have to go to another location instead because they're last minute on this.
Yep. So the other option that they were looking at, what scares me is because inventory just about everywhere. Mexico is good for all inclusives. I can find you something in Mexico, but I seem to be having difficulty. I found something in Punta Cana that they may be interested in, but it's 2 couples. They're going back and forth, back and forth. One of them wants to go to Costa Rica and they're trying to push this Costa Rica agenda.
But they don't have a budget for Costa Rica. So are they going to up the budget?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to up the budget. I think they're going to end up traveling apart from one another. Each couple is going to pick their own.
Hey, that may be possible. Everybody can't afford, a last minute trip. Like stuff. Travel is usually planned in advance. But they may split apart. But listen, somebody can't afford Costa Rica. It sounds like maybe the other couple can afford Costa Rica and the other couple can't. So, maybe just do 2 different proposals for them. Do you have contact information for both of the couples?
Yes.
Reach out to both of them. Hey, where do you truly have your heart set on, Miss Jones, Mr. and Mrs. Jones? And then, the other couple, hey, where do you guys have your heart set on? Whether you guys want to do Costa Rica or Punta Cana, you guys just let me know and I can, we can figure out a place for you. If for the Costa Rica people, you just tell them, listen, Costa Rica, it's, would you like to, redo your budget? Because Costa Rica, this is last minute. Flights are expensive. The hotels are expensive. And Costa Rica may be a dream trip for them. And maybe it's not that serious to the other couple. So I would say I would talk to those couples separately and see what they say separately. And then, when you got 2 people together, they're not gonna, 2 people that have 2 different opinions together, they want to fuss and fight. But if you just go to one person each individually, they'll tell you what they truly, what they truly want to do. And if they can't afford Costa Rica and they're willing to go to Punta Cana, then, you can make that happen.
So the other question, when there's limited inventory out there, is it scary to book something? Because like things are dropping quickly. Like they'll call me one day and I'll look out there and then I'll go back out there and one of the rooms is not available.
What the verbiage you should always be using, Miss Alyssa? This pricing is as of today and it is subject to change. So don't promise that client that pricing or that hotel. You need to always tell them that this is pricing and availability as of today. Don't promise that to them unless you have put that on a 24-hour hold. That's pricing as of today and as of right now. And deposit is subject to change and availability is subject to change until deposits are paid. And so if it's less than 45 days away, that's full payment.
Yeah, they're going to pay full upfront. Like they have no choice because it's within weeks.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So I say reach out to them separately.
Have you ever had a situation where someone got there and their room wasn't there?
No. I actually no. One of my travel business partners, she had that happen. I forgot what resort it was at, but they overbooked the hotel. But what they did do was it was a party of them. They split them up, and so they took half of the party to a higher tier hotel, and then the other people were there at the actual hotel. But that's not your fault either. That's not, and clients may try to blame you or whatever, but it's not your fault. That's the hotel overbooking. So I've never had that happen to me personally, but we literally just had this conversation a few weeks ago. So it does happen.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was scared. I was like, I didn't want to go with somebody who had more inventory.
Well, yeah, you could do that too, but you know, you can always call and verify that the room and stuff is there. But I just say book it. You know, if the availability is there and they want their room, book them for that room. You know.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Anybody
right.
else have any questions? All right, let me see what we got online. Let me see. Any questions? No questions. All right, no comments. All right, so there is nothing online. Okay, so you guys continue to work on your training. You all are doing really, really, really well. If you guys need help throughout the week, listen, I'm not a mind reader. I would love to help you. Just reach out to me. And if there's no availability on my calendar, listen, I got 2 phones, and one of them gonna get to me. Okay, call me on one of them. Call me, text me. And if you got a Bible to text, listen, just call me, please. Just call me, because as soon as I see it's long, listen, I just pick up the phone and I call you. I don't even read it. I just call you, because the amount of time that it's gonna take to text that whole paragraph back to you, I'd rather just have a whole conversation. So if you know you got a whole Bible to write me, just call me and I will pick up the phone. Okay, so hold on, somebody has a question in the chat. Somebody's laughing. But no, that's it, you guys. Listen, don't let these clients waste your time, because they will. I promise you, they will try to waste your time, and you will get people that will try to price shop you. Don't let them. If you feel like they're doing that, listen, I'm here to tell you, don't charge them a fee. Charge them a fee, and that'll get them running real fast, real fast. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I really hope that this helps somebody. Don't be afraid to ask those hard questions. Those hard questions is what's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of headache. Like, nope, not doing it. Bless and release these clients that want to waste your time. Let them go to the booking engine. Listen, remember, you provide experiences, okay? You don't just book travel. No, you put together experiences for them. If something happens on their trip, you're still there for them to help them figure it out, versus them having to call the big name booking engines and wait on hold for hours and hours and hours. Like, you guys also have to remember, as a part of the travel industry, you don't just call the regular hotel line. You have you got a day of travel number, right? So if something happens and the client is actually traveling to that destination, or they're in that destination, whoever you book the trip through, type in that supplier and then type behind it day of travel, okay? They're there. They're going to be there to the day of travel department. They're there to fix all kind of issues. So Mr. Lisa, if that crazy thing somehow happens to you, you book a client and then they get there and it's not, they don't, I don't know, they don't have enough space because they overbook. Listen, get on the phone with the day of travel number. Get on the phone of with the corporate office for whoever you booked it through. And so let them handle it. Like, you don't have to talk to the people at the front desk. Nobody got time for that. Like, they don't even listen. Don't talk to the people at the front desk, because they don't know nothing sometimes. Listen, just call the big dogs. Like, just call the day of travel, call corporate, call the travel agent number for that resort, and they will handle it. I promise you. I've never had any issues that the day of travel number or that the travel agent department for that specific brand could not handle, okay? So I really hope that this helps somebody. If you guys have any additional questions, just let me know. I'll talk to you soon. Good night.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. All right. All right. So if you guys are on YouTube and you guys were listening to this, listen, I know that you guys are watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, Facebook. I see we're still live. Bye.